guys, welcome back. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name is Emily and I'm a professional makeup artist here in Central Florida. You're watching another video in my pro makeup tutorial series. In this series, I do a complete makeover for all types of skin types, skin tones, and skin textures. If you like the sound of that, subscribe to my channel and let's get on to the tutorial. Alright, so because Andrea had really fresh, clean skin, I just went straight in with the pre-foundation lotion from RCMA. And Andrea has a normal skin type, and this foundation, this pre-foundation lotion is kind of like a primer slash moisturizer, and it was just perfect for her skin type. I kind of use it on every skin type, but I'll show you guys how I work with an oily skin type in the future. So for her eyelids, I'm applying the e.l.f. cream eyeshadow called Brownie Points, and I think these cream eyeshadows from e.l.f. are definitely a diamond in the rough. Like, I feel like they're not talked about at all, and they stay put so well. They make a great eye primer, and yeah, so once I apply it, I just blend it out with a blending brush, and then I applied the same cream eyeshadow on her lower lash line to start the smoke effect, and for the powder eyeshadows, have something to stick to. Then I went in with the Urban Decay Lot 24 Glide On, and this is the brown eye pencil in her waterline. Now I took this black eye pencil on her lash line, just did a traditional thin on the inner corner, gradually thickening towards the outer corner shape. Then with my Visar 01 Neutral Eyeshadow Palette, I'm taking the black eyeshadow and applying that on top of the lash, on top of the liner that I just applied to soften it and start adding more of a smoky effect. And then with the pre-foundation lotion that I had on my palette, I just took a little bit and wiped off any fallout. Now I'm going back to the palette, the eyeshadow palette, and just picking up one of the neutral brown shades and applying that into the crease. And again, taking more of that moisturizer and starting to shape underneath her eyes while also cleaning up any fallout. Then I went in with the brown eyeshadow, but then I quickly switched to the black eyeshadow because the brown was giving more of like a purpley brown effect on top of that cream eyeshadow, and I didn't want that for her. So the black mixed with that cream eyeshadow gave it more of like a dark brown effect. And then of course, blending that out. Then I went into my foiled eyeshadow from Makeup Geek and applied that to the lids. And it came out gorgeous, but I felt like it was too coppery reddish. So just to tone that down a little bit, I went on top with a highlighter from the Tarte's Pro Glow palette and wet my brush before I had applied it, so it gave a nice sheen. And then I went on the lower lash line just to help blend out that lower lash line once more, and then had to do some cleaning up again. And I don't mind cleaning up because I also keep adding moisture to the under eyes. And this is why I did eyes first, because there can be fallout when using a lot of dark colors. So what I just did there was add a little bit more eyeshadow to complete the lower lash line and add black eyeliner to the waterline and tight lined with that because I felt like she needed a little bit more depth to her eye makeup look. And then further blending. Just bringing that eyeshadow out a little bit more. So curled her lashes before I applied her mascara. And then I'm just using a waterproof mascara because I don't know exactly where she's going, but I do know that I want her mascara to last all day. So I'm using the individual lashes, which you guys can kind of see here. I put them on my little palette, my thumb palette, because I can just access it very closely as I apply. And I like to do this fairly quickly. If you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on how I apply individual lashes, I'll link a video I did a long time ago on how to apply individual lashes. All right, now with foundation, we are using the RCMA Cream Foundation from the VK11 palette. And first I'm applying her skin shade around the perimeter of her face. And as you guys can see, she's a little bit lighter towards the center of her face, which normally that's how we all are, depending on your skin tone. So that's what I normally do. I never really just go in with one foundation and just keep piling on a highlight, piling on a darker color. I kind of just customize it and then blend it out so she has like the thinnest skin layers as possible. And then today I actually went straight in with my beauty blender. Usually, sometimes I go in with a buffing brush and then go on top with a beauty blender, but today I just felt like going in with just a beauty blender, and I love the finish for Andrea. Now for contour, I'm using the Aesthetica Contour Series palette, and she's going to a modeling event today, and we need to definitely bring back some features, contour her features, because in flash photography, flash will tell you everything. So I'm just enhancing her features so she doesn't look as flat in flash photography. So around her forehead, nose, cheekbones, jawline, all that good stuff. And I'm blending the nose area with a synthetic brush first and then going on top with my beauty blender. So here I went in with my buffing brush, and I like using my buffing brush or my synthetic buffing brush on the cheekbone especially because it's a lot easier for me to blend it out. Sometimes when I do it with the beauty blender, I'm kind of there forever. So the buffing brush helps me blend it out quicker, easier, to a beautiful finish, and if I need to go back with the beauty blender, I will. Next, I'm applying a lighter concealer shade underneath her eyes to brighten it up a little bit. I'm also taking that towards the inner corner of her eye to brighten up the darkness a little bit, and on the sides of her nose just to shape her nose a little bit more. I'm also taking a little extra concealer in between her brows. So to blend that highlight out, I'm using the beauty blender and carefully blending out that nose highlight because I don't want to lose that highlight shape and I don't want to lose that contour shape as well. So the beauty blender really helps softly and gently blending that. So to set the makeup, I'm just using a tad bit of the RCMA No Color Powder. And I'm just using a little bit just to set the makeup because we are going in with another powder. Now the powder I'm applying here, it was kind of out of frame, but I used the Ellen Tracy palette, and the powder is like almost the same as her skin tone, so it's a little bit more of a pigmented powder, just a little bit. So it added like a finishing touch of coverage and also setting the makeup as well. Since it is a little bit pigmented, I took it down to her neck and chest. So now taking the Anastasia contour powder, I wanted to show you guys this in slow motion. So I applied contour that I felt was too much. So when that ever happens to you, as you can see here, I'm gonna show you guys in slow motion. So you apply some contour powder, it came out too harsh. Dust the rest off of your hand, put the rest on the forehead or areas where you wanted to contour anyways, and then whatever's left on your brush, finish the contour. If this ever happens to me, that's what I do. So I took the rest of the contour and I'm also applying it on her jawline and the sides of her neck and a little bit on her collarbones just to shape them up a little bit more. Now for the eyebrows, I'm combing them through, and then I liked her eyebrow shape. I didn't want to change them to make her look different or anything like that. I just wanted to keep them nice and natural. So all I did was just elongate them towards the end of her eyebrow, and then there's just filled in the inner part of her eyebrow. And to finish her eyebrow area, I just highlighted her brow bone using the same powder from the Ardell palette, which I used in her brows. So for her inner corner highlight, I went back to their Tarte's Pro Glow palette and used a highlighter. I think it was the second from the darkest. And to finish the eye look, we are finishing with the waterproof mascara on her lower lash line. So Andrea is going to get photographed, so I didn't want to go crazy on the highlights, so I just put a little bit of the same highlighter from the Tarte's Pro Glow palette on the top points of her face using a stippling synthetic brush. So a stippling synthetic brush will ensure that only a minimal of product was applied. And for blush, I used two Ofra blushes, like a pink and a peach, but I didn't want this look to look so blushy. And I focused mainly on bronzer, so I just went in with the bronzer, kind of going on top of that blush just to cover it slightly, and focusing on a more tanned, bronzed look for her. And for the lips, I shaped it with a natural lip pencil, plumped her top and bottom lip a little bit more, and then using my Visar Neutral, Neutral Muse, I believe it's called, lipstick palette. And I just took some nude shades, some pink, peach, brown, like bronzy brown nudes, and applied that to her lips. So to ensure that it lasts a lot longer, I removed the excess lipstick, so it's kind of like a stain, and then just applied a second layer. Now with a brownie taupey lip liner, I just went on the outer part of her lips just to shape them and plump them up a little bit more, and to shape them when the photography flash hits her face as well. And to finish her face off, I'm just taking a little bit more of a bronzing, glowy type bronzer from the Ellen Tracy palette and applying that all over her face. And to make sure that no lipstick gets on her teeth, I'm going in with a Q-tip into her gum area and wiping any lipstick that would have touched her teeth. And to finish this look off, we are using the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray, removing any of, powder sitting left on top of the skin, and to set the makeup. And that's the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or requests, comment down below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Ooh.